And I think right
Right.
now it seems really drastic because there's so much enlightenment going on
Mm-hmm.
that the negativity has to try and come up to meet that before we can pop up to the next level. We're getting closer and closer all the
You
time,
know, go scream in a pillow if you have to,
right?
but just release that energy because in the long run, in the scheme of things, it doesn't serve you or your purpose. Hello, welcome to Conversations with Neuvias. My name is Carol. Today we have the lovely Marge.
Hello.
And our topic today is energetic upheaval.
A lot of that going on.
Yes, we thought this would be a good time to kind of just throw it out there.
Yeah. Have a
Yes,
little talk about it, how you deal with it, what's happening, what in the heck is going on.
yes. So, what does it mean to be, or even feel like you're going through some type of energetic upheaval? So, basically, it just means that maybe a strong sudden disturbance in the force, since we just had the fourth maybe with you, but your energy levels just start going off the hook, and just things start going not the way you anticipated or expected. So
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of what upheaval or just negative energies just zapping at you in all directions.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
It can be quite surprising when you're having a good day and all of a sudden you just feel like what you can't handle anything else or what the heck is going on. You just suddenly feel
Mhm.
anxious. You suddenly feel angry. And I think we're having a lot of that go on right now.
No, for sure. I mean, there's just so much in our planet right now going on that a lot of this shifting is occurring. And unfortunately, as a person or a human being, we have to kind of go with it. And sometimes it's easy to get through that, and sometimes it's not even easy to get through it at all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So just. And I would say too, Marge, it's because of our emotions get all into play. It's your normal state gets disrupted, and you're just like maybe feeling like a panic attack is coming on, or your inspiration, like you said earlier, has suddenly defaulted because somebody got upset with you, and you're like, wait a minute, where's this coming from? And so that's just kind of one aspect of the energies being all over the place right now.
Yeah.
um,
Even if you've
yeah.
managed to if you're having a good day and somebody makes a comment and suddenly it's like you got slapped in the face, right? Like, whoa, what
Mhm.
happened? And now your energy is all that direction. It's like, oh, that was out of left field. I can't handle this. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go hide in a corner somewhere.
Yeah, and you don't even want to deal with people when you're in that whole set of frame of mind of like, what is going on? Why is my world topsy turvy right now? And so,
Yeah.
um,
And you'll notice, right? Because
mhm,
Carol and I were talking about this earlier in the week. You'll notice that groups of people, sometimes the whole world, but groups of people will frequently have the same kind of weird energy at the same time. So you
yeah,
may have everybody in your family suddenly has a problem with their car, a problem with the air conditioner, a problem with a loved one. All these things start happening all at the same time, and it's the energy of
mhm,
humanity, not necessarily their energy.
right. No, it's true, Mark. And then sometimes too on the spiritual level, like your energy starts shifting because you're already off balance, and so sometimes those major shifts happen in your mood. Your mood swing starts changing, your awareness starts changing, and you just, like you said earlier, you just want to retreat and be like, oh my god, I don't want to deal with this right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's unfortunate too that some of this shifting of upheaval energy has to do with our political stuff, what's going on, our social side, what's going on. So
Hmm.
just the society, what's going on with society. That it's just a huge cultural shift for a lot of us going on in this world right
Absolutely.
now.
Yeah, you're right. And I think that's a big chunk of it because remember when, because we talked about quantum entanglement in our last episode, right?
Mm-hmm.
And but that all works together. So if we've got all these anxiety inducing situations going on, even if we're not exposed to it, I don't watch the news. I don't want to hear it.
Right.
I don't doom scroll on my phone. No. if I see something, which you do anyway, but
Right.
when you see something or experience something, recognizing if it's something you can do something about, then you do something about it. And if it's something you can't do something about, you kind of have to process it and say, okay, I can't do anything about this right now. I'm going to let it go and move on with my higher vibration. And that actually helps a whole bunch of people, not just yourself, right?
Yes.
Because you're not just regurgitating the same energy out from yourself.
No, not at all. And then I know, like with me, sometimes if I'm in a good mood, and then all of a sudden I'm in this bad damper mood, that energy I'm gonna start portraying it out there because that's just the intensity and the mood that I'm in. And then I have to take a step back and realize, like, oh my gosh, I this is not who I am, and I choose not to be in that type of energy field right now. So I need to
Hmm.
revamp myself and relax and take a step back and just breathe for a minute to regroup so I could get back in that calm, yeah, more
Right.
conditioned manner. So,
Yeah, it takes time to practice to be able to do that, right? So that's why we're
yeah,
always talking practice, 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 practice. So when you get into the situation, it's like insurance. If you get into a situation, you can handle it. Without
yeah,
that practice, you don't know what to do.
no,
It's like a fire drill without the fire.
yeah, without the fire. The one thing, Marge, I will tell you, since we've just started May, we just had May 4th, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, so there's going to be a lot of energetic upheaval with May. And I think that's as we started May, the first 2 days were awesome. And then all of a sudden we're going into the first week of May and it's like, oh my God, what's going on? So
Yeah.
it's just a lot of transitional energy, from spiritual to astrological, geographical, global scales that are going on, and that's why we're having a widespread upheaval. So it's just not us having this kind of rapture going on or whatever it feels like, but these sudden shifts that are going on that are kind of a little chaotic for us.
Yeah, it shakes things up a bit, but you have to shake things up to fix them, right?
Yes.
It's like I used to put this picture on my desk. I had this picture hanging over my desk with a woman cleaning out her shoe closet. She had a shoe closet and there's a pile of shoes in the floor and she's sorting them, right? And my boss came to my desk and he goes, What's that picture? Is that your closet?" I said, "No, I found it on the internet to remind me that you have to make a mess before you can straighten things out. Pull
Right.
it all out, evaluate it, put it back where it belongs, and toss the stuff you don't need." And we do that all the time, but we don't think about the process when we're going through it usually. And so if you slow down a little bit and think about the process of why am I reacting the way I'm reacting? Does it make even sense for me to spend this kind of energy on something that doesn't really matter?
Yeah, that's true. Because when you're in that mindset and you continue to stay in that energy, that it's very nerve wracking for you. You're gonna get extreme exhaustion coming into play. You're gonna start having some sudden unexplained aches, headaches.
Hmm.
You're feeling lost, feeling blocked. Those are just kind of some of the symptoms that come with when you're in that frustrating energy or that upheaval energy that we're talking about today.
Yeah, yeah. And
So,
those energetic places are always there's always a spiral, right? You can
yes.
spiral up to a higher frequency and a happier, lighter attitude, or you can spiral down, and it's hard to switch it back to the other direction. It's like trying to get your toilet to swirl the other way. It's not going to work. It
No, for
takes time. It's
sure.
a lot of effort.
Hmm. So, why do you think so many people are feeling these types of energies right now, Marge?
I think a lot of it is like you were saying, the astrology. So we
Hmm.
just had the flower moon. The full moon always makes things a little extra, right?
Oh my
And then
God,
we've got
yeah.
all the political stuff going on. So that makes things extra. But even if you don't pay attention to all those things, there's a lot of people out there that do.
Yeah.
And as you have more and more people at this temperature, it pulls up the people that are at the lower temperature. Saying temperature is vibration, whatever you want to say.
Right.
For this, it's more like a temperature because the boiling point comes,
Hmm.
right? And so
Yeah.
it warms up the cooler people. We're cool, Carol. So, but it's but it's aggravating. It aggravates, and life wants to find equilibrium, not just in each of us,
Hmm.
but universally. So all of humanity has a specific vibrational point, and we
Hmm.
communicate on that level. Now, it's not specific tiny because each one of us has our own specific energetic reading, but we're all associated because we're all connected. Quantum entanglement. We're all
Yeah.
connected as humanity, and then we're connected to the earth too. And she's having her own hot flashes right now. There was a volcanoes and earthquakes and storms and all this stuff is normal, but the more the more you see these things, the more
Hmm.
anxiety grows in so many different people. It just grows. It grows.
Yeah. I know. You're right about Mother Nature. She's doing her own thing lately. It's just, snowing in Colorado when you should be having gorgeous summer or spring weather, and it's just been crazy. We're 68 today here in Texas, and we're May, and May's usually 120 here, but
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad that she's doing her thing. I'm gonna let her do her thing, but
She's
yeah,
trying to find her equilibrium too.
I guess she is.
Yeah, I
So,
think I think some of it because we talked about, was it a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago? I'm losing track of when it was, but we
hmm,
had 85 degrees here in North Carolina,
yeah,
and then 3 days later we had a frost alert. It's like, what the heck? It's like,
yeah,
woo woo. She needs thyroid treatment or something. Temperatures all over the place. But that
yeah,
goes along with all of humanity too, and the
hmm,
attitudes, because we
yeah.
affect one another regardless of what we're thinking. You think you can block yourself off, and you can't.
No, you can't. You just kind of have to go with it.
Hmm.
For instance, we just recently had that Scorpio full moon, like I think last week,
The
I
first.
believe, yeah.
Hmm.
So that moon behind your emotional releasing. So you're releasing, and unfortunately, we're going to get ready to go into the Sagittarius full moon, which also is restless, and people are searching for that desire for freedom because of everything going on and the situations that are going on. So those are kind of some of the astrological influences that kind of hinder what we're talking about today. So
Yeah, absolutely.
the other one is the collective consciousness. Our awareness is starting to rise. People are changing. The vibrations are changing. People are not understanding this awakening of what's going on with them, and so it kind of creates a sense of interconnectedness. And so everybody's trying to look for people of like-minded, and those people, whether they're in that positive light or that negative light. So I would like to think that they're going to try to gravitate towards the positive light, because you're trying to find that like-minded person and say, "Hey, do you know what's going on?" Because we want answers just like anybody else.
Right. Well, even with this, and on top of that, with the chaotic energy, you're also getting physical symptoms. It's not just mental; it's
Yeah.
physical symptoms, and like we said, the Earth's having symptoms. Everything is shaken, right? A
Yes.
little
Yeah.
shaky right now. It happens frequently, and it's not
Hmm.
something that we all notice all the time. Sometimes it's not quite so drastic. And I think right
Right.
now it seems really drastic because there's so much enlightenment going on
Hmm.
that the negativity has to try and come up to meet that before we can pop up to the next level. We're getting closer and closer all the time.
Oh yeah, and it's kind of nice too, Marge. But like you said earlier, we're having that very unrestful state right now. Climate change has gone insane. Political tensions going really crazy. Those are just some of the things that contribute to all the anxiety or the stresses that create these energetic upheaval that we're navigating or
Right?
trying to navigate away from. So it's just trying to find that personal transformation is kind of what we're looking for when everything starts going crazy. There has to be some type of change, and so that's why I say I think people are looking for that personal transformation to find going deep within to try to find another outlet to not necessarily escape, but to find like this is not working for me. I've got to do something else.
How do I get past this? Right.
Yeah.
So what a couple of ways to reduce the anxiety and the chaotic feeling of this emotional and energetic upheaval. I always see it's two ways. There's two ways of doing it. And I'm always a big one for saying there's two ways for everything, at least two ways for everything.
Yeah.
But to me, in this situation, you want to reduce your attention to the anxiety causing issues, right?
Yeah.
And people, situations, reduce your exposure, and then increase your exposure and your attention to the more positive, gratitude inducing feelings. Gratitude,
Hmm.
peace, joy.
Yeah.
I think that between those two, it can kind of help you level off and practicing it so that you can do it pretty quickly instead of getting sucked into the doom and gloom of situations.
No, I agree with you, Marge. That's just like you've got to release your past traumas, and I can tell you, saying and doing are totally two different things. I don't know how many times I could say that. So, but if you speak it into existence and then release it,
Yeah.
it's kind of what we're trying to help you get through that those
Hmm.
patterns. And you change your mindset. It's not easy to change your mindset. I think if you do it in a 21-day cycle, even a 7-day challenge for yourself, will start noticing the different changes in yourself.
It's
It,
amazingly fast too.
yes.
Because the more you practice it and you start paying attention and playing with it, the more you want to do it because it makes you feel good,
Hmm.
makes you feel better, and it
Yeah.
gives you a way to address the situation.
Yes. No, I agree. Um, and as two marches, the energy's vibration is shifting. So is your energy and vibration shifting also. So you're starting to get a heightened sensitivity or intuition, and so you're starting to realize that all these changes that are occurring, and you feel a little disoriented because of you're having to deal with the traumatic stuff. But
Yeah.
to me, honestly, I think they're kind of all learning curves. You've learned from those experiences. You can't change them. You can
Yeah.
forgive them, let them go, and then continue to move forward with what all the upheaval energy that is going on. Release and
Absolutely.
let go, release and let go.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't mean forget it. It means integrate it and accept it into your life because it's part of your life. You've experienced it. It's made an impact on you.
Hmm.
If you can find the positive impact for it, because there are positive impacts to everything we get through, believe it or not. Maybe not for ourselves, but for others around us.
Yeah.
And as you learn to process those traumatic events or scary things or just the upheaval of a situation, it helps not just you, but everybody around you.
No, for sure. I mean, you definitely want to reflect on your life and your relationships and the world around you. However, don't um, live there because that's just going to bring you down and put more damper into your world. So be sure that once you kind of accept that, release it, like I said, and then let it go.
Yeah.
What do you think people can do, Marge, to harness the energetic upheaval to make it a little bit more smoother transition for them?
I think it's a matter of finding things to be happy about and
Hmm.
focusing on them. Repeat them in your mind over and over and over and over until the next thing happens, and then repeat them both. You know,
Yeah.
I woke up today, there was a groundhog in my yard. It was so cute, little one, the young one.
Hmm.
And it's so cute. And it's something that you can be joyful about seeing, right? Most people
Yeah.
wouldn't be really happy because it's living under my deck and now it can cause damage to my house. But he was cute and I like him. And then the next thing was it rained, it rained, it rained. Thank goodness because we need rain here. You can be appreciative of those things and focus on them. And as you do that, it kind of it takes your focus away from the more unpleasant things that are happening, right?
Yeah.
Because
Oh.
when we're sitting here talking about joyful things, you're not I'm not talking about joyful things and you're thinking, "Oh God, but this happened today and that happened today and I'm not happy." No, because you're listening, you're being present,
Hmm.
right, in the
Yeah.
conversation. There's
No.
good things all the time. It's just
Hmm.
what do you focus on?
That's true. Because I mean, most of us, we go into autopilot. Like we're just in that routine every day, and so
Yeah.
your life starts to feel you start to feel lifeless because you're just like, oh, same
Yeah.
story every day, and so you've got to get out of that autopilot mindset and refocus your energy. Like March said, whether you're practicing mindful meditations, you're getting outside with Mother Nature. Those are just some changes that can help you kind of differentiate from what is going on in your routine. You really need to change your routine
Yeah.
at least once a week, I would say, because getting into autopilot sometimes too just creates an unhealthy balance for you.
Yeah. Well, because you're not really living. You're just doing. You're just
Exist.
going through the paces, blah, blah, blah. Something as simple as taking a different route to work or to the grocery store, wherever you go,
Yeah.
taking a different route than usual. You'll notice things and they can bring you joy.
Yeah.
And that's all part of being present. All these practices that Carol and I talk about every week in here. Every week
Mm-hmm.
we're talking about different ways of increasing your joyful activity and your experience of the world and bringing it up to a higher frequency.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to limit that exposure to that negativity that's going on. If you have to, you know, don't look at social media as much. Read a book. Most people don't even read books anymore. Everything's it's on the computer.
Yeah.
Do stuff like you used to do back. Go outside and get that inner childlike going within you. We all have that inner childlike, and we always forget about that inner
Yeah,
child.
because we're too busy. I can hear it now. Some people are saying, yeah, but I'm too busy trying to make sure that I can eat tomorrow. And then we understand that. We've been
Hmm.
there.
Yeah.
We understand that. But there's still, even in those situations, there are still things to be happy about. For instance, I found in my backyard today, I have irises growing. I've never had irises there before. I don't know who planted them, but I've got like 10 irises in my
Yeah.
backyard. I'm like, they're beautiful. And that's all you have to do is pay attention to those little things. It doesn't have to be focused constantly, constantly, constantly. It's just make sure that you bring that focus in.
Yeah.
It's not a change of you instantly. It
Mhm.
takes practice and a lot of time to make to make that become the person you want to be, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's also gratitude. Being grateful for the things that you have. Might not be much, but you know what? You're blessed with what you have. You're blessed. You've got your energy. You're blessed that you have your health. You're blessed that you have a community that can support you with whatever transitioning you're going through or some experiences that you're having. Connecting with people like minded, and so those are just some little things that you can shift, I guess, this upheaval, freaking energetic stuff that we're all going through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you think about it, some people will get up in the morning and grab their phone and look and see what the politicians said this morning or
Hmm.
overnight, right?
Yeah.
And then half of their day is like, how could they do this? What the heck is going on? This is ridiculous. Yet griping and griping and griping instead of saying, "Ah, here we go again. Nothing I can do about that. Make my comments at the polls. Make my comments at the rallies or whatever you're going to say."
Yeah.
But you can't, if you focus on it for 4 hours, it becomes part of you.
Hmm.
Process it, give it the amount of energy that that situation deserves. Now,
Yeah.
if you're an activist and that's your job, and that's how you, that what bring you joy is making those things public, fine. But if you're just looking for a little more peaceful life, yeah, don't put that in your mind first thing in the morning, especially.
Yeah.
But then also don't just focus on it.
Hmm.
Don't share it out to 30 people for them to get upset too.
Yeah. Exactly. You have to embrace that change. It's just a part of our natural life. So instead of resisting what Marge is talking about, that upheaval that we go through, embrace that opportunity for like maybe to learn and grow from it, to get it, you know, once you learn and grow and understand it, you start doing transformation within yourself. And so new possibilities open for you. You know, it's just, you have to trust the process when you're going through something so chaotic in your life, and
Yeah.
you just want to scream and just because it gets so frustrating, and scream at the world, you know, go scream in a pillow if you have to,
Right.
but just release that energy, because in the long run, in the scheme of things, it doesn't serve you or your purpose.
Yeah.
So,
And you think about it on those energetic levels, that also impacts your body. And
uh-huh.
with high blood pressure, migraines, and all sorts of sleep issues, and all sorts of stuff, that's not good for you physically, emotionally, or spiritually. It's just not. And
No.
therefore financially, because that all affects that too, right?
Yes. No, I know it does. It does. It really does. You know, once you start thinking that, oh my God, this went wrong today and this went wrong today, well, then everything just starts going wrong for you.
Well,
So,
and that's what you notice. Whether it would have been the same feeling from it
mm-hmm.
as you would have the day before, maybe not. But you start this cycle of just ramping up. It's like the water
Yes.
getting ready to boil, right?
Yes.
I'm really talking with my hands again today. It's
And
interesting.
that's what I do. That's what I do all the time. I was gonna say, Marge, before we let this conversation go, I wanted to just quickly um, let y'all know that since we just had the Scorpio full moon on May 5th, you know, that was hidden emotions, some upheaval, especially an energetic upheaval. So intense feelings were going all over the place. So just kind of giving you that, you know, you are getting ready to go into a transformational state. Come with the Taurus new moon, which is May 16th. So when that hits, just be sure you're getting that grounding energy. It's going to start bringing issues related to to the surface, and so just remember, you know, take things in stride. If it's something you can't handle, just let it go. You know, it's not gonna be the end of the world if you can't get something done or whatever the case. You know, so
Yeah.
just remember that. You know, on the planetary levels, just throwing it out there because we do with the moon cycles and stuff, they can also bring some pretty energetic upheaval and unbalancing us as well.
Yeah.
So,
Good point.
but yeah,
Thank you.
so
Thank you for sharing that.
yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. There is a couple more, but I just those are the main ones since we're just starting out in May. So
Sounds good.
yes. Well, I don't have anything else to add. March, did you have anything else?
Not at all, ma'am. Not at all.
Yeah. Well, I hope this conversation helps y'all. Like I said, we are kind of going through it with y'all right there as we talk. So, but anyways, my name is Carol. You can visit us at www.neuvias.com. And as always,
I'm Marge. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave us a comment. I would love to hear how other people deal with some of this energy. If
yes,
anybody would leave a comment about that, I'd love to hear.
yes. Until next time, much love and light. Take care of yourself.
Love y'all.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.